Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Come Up After Show. After our long mid-season break, we are finally back with episode 7, Winter Vegan Dinner. And
Okay.
we have this long-awaited interview with one of our stars of the series. Give it up for Lamaj.
What is up, y'all? How y'all is doing? I mean, that break was forever. Oh my god! Like,
Long break, but it was needed. It was a mid-season kind of getting everything. I low-key wanted it to feel like a long time for the fans so they could understand the transition of how long it felt for us,
I
like,
get it. I get it.
it
A
was
lot
like,
has transpired. A lot of new things. A lot of new projects. New teeth. New me, bitch. I see you over
ah! Here we go.
Hold on. Because we got so much to dive into because I want to get into it. Because this whole break, this 4-month break, a lot was being said, and I'm here to check the facts. Okay,
Oh,
let me
it's all about the fact.
all about facts tonight. Okay, let's talk about facts. That's it.
Starting out the show, now I have no problem giving props when props are due. For everyone who's watching, Lamaj was the person to come up to me and say, like, I think that you should do the Come Up Miami. We have a lot going on down here. So the Come Up Miami really did start with Lamaj being, like, coming up to me and just pretty much letting me know, like, yo, you need to come out here. Like, there's a lot of stuff to do. There's the scenery. And I always wanted to do something in Miami. So it just fit perfectly. It was like, oh, yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely to clear the air with anyone guessing or trying to figure it out, Lamaj is the one who came up with the idea of Miami happening. So I just
Thank y'all. Thank clear the air.
yeah, because
Okay.
I have no problem giving props when props are due. Like,
And it wasn't easy, to be honest. It was not easy. I slid into his DMs because I scrolled back, all the way back up since everybody was checking facts. Everybody was checking facts in the DM for the past month. I scrolled all the way back up. It was December 19th. No, this is January 19th, 2019, when I approached him and said, hey, you should come down here. And then it was every month after that when I saw him doing more stuff. I said, hey, I'm ready when you are. Ready when you are. Until we actually formally met in September. Well, during spring break. And it was a lot. It was me, you, and Sean. And
yeah,
we actually said, okay, this is what we should do. And Sean was in Fort Lauderdale. So this has been in the works for at least a year
it's
before.
been a while that we've been
Yeah,
talking about doing this.
exactly. So we already mapped it out. And then why do you think 2020 was like such a big year of a lot of things? But who knew Child,
It's
who
wrong.
wrote
The game and took over. So starting a little bit from the beginning a little bit, we'll kind of skim through and get to currently what's going on. Let's tell people, like, well, it's really no introduction. Everyone knows who you are. They know what you do. One thing I will say is you definitely bring it every episode. What you do. This is what I do. This is my business. I'm working. Yeah, I might kiki with you girls and we'll throw shade and drama, but I do want to show my come up. And that's something that I really did appreciate you bringing to the table. So what made you like really go hard this season and kind of, because a lot of people who even review the show says like, Lamaj is probably one of the hardest working people we've seen in the Come Up franchise because he, you did shoot a lot of business scenes.
Well, I had one goal when I approached you. Like I had one goal when I approached you, and that was to I love his platform. I love what he's doing. He's highlighting gay men, um, highlighting their come up, whether it's a small come up or whether it's a big come up. Like I just loved it. So when I approached you with the project, I said, let's do the Come Up Miami. I have a lot going on. I'm doing a lot. I'm planning a lot for myself. And I fall in the category, the demographic that you're appealing to.
Yeah.
So let's do it. So when we were filming, I said, listen, you always need to look the part. You always need to show some business. You always need to tell a storyline because you do have an interesting life. And that's what I wanted to do. So even with people reviewing it, my mission was fulfilled. It's still being fulfilled because I'm highlighting everything that I do as far as like my events and the fashions and things of that. And to encourage other entrepreneurs out here. So that's actually what I'm doing. Like today I had to put on my pronunciation hoodie for the girls to make sure y'all never forget La Maj. Okay. So like that's my thing, and I'm a character. Like I'm a character. I like to have fun. So that was my whole goal, and to go hard every episode, see something for the brand. Like I'm so glad that I was able to do what I did during the quarantine, honestly, and then show up on set with a whole outfit from Lamaj Yeah, did y'all peep the TLC face mask me and Sean had on? Like, yes, like that was a proud moment for me because my goal is being fulfilled. Like, I wanted to be seen on your platform. And I thank you so much for that. You gave me the opportunity. You entrusted the vision that I came to you. And now look, here we are.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you for bringing a lot of business in that aspect of showing that, like, yeah, this is a platform where, of course, drama sells, but one thing I definitely promote, I definitely just want to see us as gay men win. And so that's the reason
Exactly.
why I do this show, because I'm like, I love to see if you have a business, if you want to share your story, yeah, share it with all these thousands of people who love this show. Like, why not get yourself out there for all these new people to be exposed to you, you know? So I definitely appreciate you coming on the show and showing that. Going into your birthday party, you know, Dirty 30.
It's so crazy. After all this, in a couple months, I'll be 31.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah,
Yes. Like,
it's about to be February again.
hello, it's about to be a whole year on this project, and it's supposed to be only 6 months.
COVID
Like
pushed everything back. Like, it was really hard, but we're here, we're making it happen. Watching the episode back on episode 1 and 2, seeing that there was like literally like a fight kind of outside of your party. What were your thoughts? Because I know that we try to keep it away from you as possible. We didn't want that to ruin your mood, so that's the reason why they were handling it outside. What were your thoughts when you seen it?
I thank everybody, actually. I thank everybody for not coming to get me, honestly, because I didn't want that. I didn't want that. I didn't expect it. I didn't, and I'm just glad because I was like, I had no idea. I'm giving out money. I'm giving out trophies. My family is in town. I'm like, all this happened outside, and I just felt good because I felt appreciated because I was like, they actually showed me. They didn't know me. They could have fought at my party inside, but they showed me enough respect to do it outside and to keep me away from it. So I appreciate that. I really do. But I'm good. That's all. I'm just leave it at that. I'm glad I didn't know.
Going into how everything started to transpire between Bam, Sean, you, Joe Beer, when it came down to kind of like it was this big separation that started to form since, like, I want to say the brunch, kind of the Dirty 30 to the brunch, just started to divide a little bit. And I will say, like, I guess Jamarcus and Miles was kind of in the middle a little bit, kind of like, well, I'm cool with both of y'all, so I don't want to be a part of it. Looking back at how everything transpired, how did you feel when you seen the car scene of them talking on the way to Sky Zone about like how they really felt before getting there?
Well, it was so much pressure. Like I looked at the car scene because it was clearly two different vibes. Clearly two different vibes of the cars. Like Bam's car was one way, my car was this way. Me and Sean already had a conversation prior to going, and I said, friend, we not going up here to fight. We're not going up here to do any of that stuff. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a good time. And that's what we do. Like, who fights and stuff? I don't do that. I fight in parks. I don't fight at nobody's Sky Zone or anything to cause a scene to do that because I don't like to be looked upon like that. I don't fight. I don't do that. I don't fight in public places. That's ghetto. So I just don't. So we already had a conversation with Sean, and I talked to Sean today, and he was just like, you know what? I actually do second guess things before I start when I'm out with you. I say, yeah, because I don't get down like that. Not in public places.
What went through your mind in the moment when he started swinging at the table and all hell broke loose?
Well, let's just say the pizza. Okay, I felt so much pressure because I asked him like, "You ain't gonna come jump with us?" He like, "No." I was like, "I'm okay." It was just so much energy over there, and I'm just like, whatever. So when we sat down, the conversation started to go forth. I didn't give him no energy. I didn't give him the energy that he wanted with the whole Cash App. Mind you, I will say this is the fact because I don't know. This is the fact. I didn't inquire about anything on his Cash App. I don't care about that. What I said is everybody knows what the Cash App chime is, and I complimented. I was like, "Oh, get your money." and it went just that far. It didn't go anything else. I don't care what comes through your Cash App. Don't care about it. So that was fluffed for a storyline. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. Just to clear the air.
In my personal opinion, I definitely feel like it was taken out of context. I really don't think. I mean, granted, for reality shows, of course, like any little thing can be blown up into a bigger situation for entertainment. But I definitely thought that was something that was a little like, okay, it wasn't taken in that kind of way. This is not something to drag on, for a long time. But some people are different, so it is what
Some people it's just a little different and take things a little different ways. But baby, Lamaj does not care. Like,
and to fans watching, I just want you guys to know I'm not being biased. I'm just talking from an honest point of view of like what I actually seen. Like, for example, in a way, it might have looked like, yeah, you were going to attack Bam with Sean, but I can let you guys know from filming, they weren't planning on jumping Bam. They didn't even, no one was even planning a fight to happen, So once that happened, it was kind of like a natural reaction of like, oh, I'm going to hold my friend back, but also like, just in case he runs up, I need to be prepared too. But just so they were not planning on jumping Bam. No one was jumping anyone. But it did kind of look like it the way that the way Sean was trying to run up, and then you was like,
yeah. Don't get me wrong. It was never really a jumpation of anything. Like, it just never did. Like, I didn't want to do that. But, I mean, hey, if it got to that level, which it wasn't going to, because I knew I was going to hold back my friend. But after a while, like, especially when we went out into the parking lot, you didn't see me hold back anything. Go ahead, do what you're going to do. If that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. And I see how Jover wanted to say, oh, just want to make sure Jamal wasn't jumping in. What was you going to do? I'm just asking. I'm being honest. And let's also clear the air about this. Yes, the issue was never with me. The whole issue with this whole thing was with Sean at my party. That Cash App was deaded at that table when I didn't give him any energy. Simple as that. I mean, it is what it is. I didn't give him the energy that he wanted, so he took the swing at Sean. The rest of the season, I never got swung on.
Going into going into later on in the season, definitely there was a divide after that, and it just seemed like we just couldn't quite get it right with everyone coming together and getting along.
Nope.
I kind of want to fast forward a little bit. Some people might feel like you were taking jabs at Miles. Do you want to clear that up on the comments and the reaction and stuff?
Yeah, I did see that. Okay. When everybody can relate to this, when something is new to you and something you never experienced to you, you're kind of like foreign to it and you really don't know. But I've never met a cam model. I've never met a cam model. His profession is a cam model. I would never call him like a sex worker or anything like that. He's a cam model. And all respect is due to him on how he makes his money. That's not how I make my money at all. And I will never knock anybody on how they make their living. However, that was new to me. So when people say that I was throwing shots to them, everybody says how I come off on a shady demeanor or whatever. I wasn't trying to be shady. It was new to me. Like it was literally new information I've never experienced. I've never met. When I asked questions to him, it was really just me inquiring because I don't know anything about a cam model. So no, I respect Miles and everything he do. And actually come on to the show, this episode where he said my business hasn't really been affected. Come on, Miles. Never been affected from this whole.
With or without Corona, I'm still getting my coins. Okay.
With or without Corona, he was still getting his coins. So I'm like, well, according to somebody with this epidemic, this epidemic, girl, pandemic. Okay, the pandemic. Yes, according to this pandemic, Miles's money didn't stop. So respect given to Miles, baby.
Going into one of the most popular situations that has came from the show, hashtag pushing the bush. Before we go into the scene, I want to make it very clear. Me, Prince, Sean, Jamal, anyone involved in that scene, we're not promoting domestic violence
At all.
We're laughing at the fact that pushing the bush happened because it's just it just sounds funny. That's what we're laughing at. We're laughing at the hashtag. We're not laughing at the fact that Princess was right. We're not laughing at that. And I think that a lot of people got that mistaken. You know, with us laughing at the situation, which was not true. There was a lot of stuff that happened off camera or even that we didn't want to film between them that night. That it was just like, right. So, yeah, but back to, hashtag pushing the bush. You have another event, B-Zone. This is a popular event because you're having all like the really well-known elements of Vogue in this party, and it's a really nice decorated event, may I add. The way that you put together your events.
I appreciate it. And it'd be so under budget, but I just know how to make it look like something.
It doesn't look that way. You know what I'm saying? It looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks really put together. So shout out to that. Going into B-Zone, to see Sean and Prince participate in Sex Siren, what were your thoughts?
All right, so my thoughts is just Sean. It was never Prince. Never Prince. Like, this is still getting to know Prince. I knew he was canoodling with Sean, but I didn't really know him to be like, okay, I want you to come out here and walk Sex Siren. But it was all Sean. It was all Sean. So you saw how I came out that door. Sean! I was coming to get Sean. I wasn't coming to get Prince. But to see it happen naturally, and it was organic, because I'm tired of this whole, is this script? Nothing is script in this show at all. It may have
all it takes to put a script together, especially for like a show like this. That would take.
Who has the time? Like,
exactly. I definitely don't have the time. That's the reason why Shadow season 2 hasn't been out. Because bitch, I hate writing scripts that are really, really long. Like that takes a lot of time.
Who has the time? Just to let y'all know, Sean is the executive producers. But hello, we are like the CEOs, like COOs. Like if he wouldn't have a story to write if we didn't like do what we did. Like he wouldn't have a show. So nothing.
I can't force anyone to do anything. Like
anything.
So okay. Like for example, if that's the case, wouldn't Miles be in crazy drama? Like, you know what I'm saying? People who aren't even in drama, if I was able to control it, then I would be having the show go. I mean, I love how the season is now, but I'm saying like I would probably be trying to add a whole bunch of other crap into it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's reality. I think people don't understand that. So if you guys are listening to these lies about, oh, the show is fake and scripted, if the show is fake and scripted, then you're on board to be on a fake scripted show. Then
but you signed like in my house.
That you signed a contract in Jamal's house. Everyone was there that day.
Yes.
In February.
Yes. February 20th to be exact.
So I'm just super confused as to how anyone would ever think that this would be a fake show. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, moving on.
Moving on. When you came outside and seen, seeing that whole situation happen.
Well, the chemistry with them with walking Sex Siren was amazing. That was so organic, so non-script at all. It was organic. That night, I believe, started something between them. Honestly.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
Yeah, but going outside to see Prince and Brandon arguing, mind you, Brandon showing up to the event. I post my events everywhere, so anyone can come. So for him to come, Mike, I'm not sure how it was talked to him. He was like, oh, I'm coming. He reached out to production. Whatever. Production has to get this show, get the storyline. He has to get the story. So if that's what happened, that's what happened. Regardless, he came. They had a conversation outside and it got heated and elevated. Sean wanted to jump in so many times, and I said, that's not your place, friend. That's not your place. That's not your place, friend. Like, I'm that type of friend that's with you when you right and with you when you wrong. That's not your place, Sean. So we had to let that play out the way it was going to play out. And it's unfortunate that it got that far with the push and the push. That it got that far, but other than that, that was Prince's storyline. That was his reality, what he was dealing with on camera at that time.
Right.
But Prince came out on top, if you ask me.
Absolutely. I'd say the same thing too. I think Prince definitely is, in a happier place now, considering what happened back then when we were filming. Cutting to now, COVID hit. We have to take a break from filming. It happens for 4 or 5 months that we don't tape. And coming back into the show to what fans are watching now, you open up the show with you and Sean, and you guys are working out, and you let everyone know that you had coronavirus.
Yeah. Like, coming back into the show gave me so much anxiety. It was like, I don't even think I want to finish filming because so much has happened. So much has happened while during those 4 or 5 months we wasn't recording. Like, I gave up the apartment. I downsized to a studio. I'm in a studio right now. I lost so much money, but then I also gained so much money, and it was a humbling experience, honestly, because you can lose everything like that.
Yeah.
Like, you can lose everything like that. I survived a deadly disease. Over 1 million people have died from coronavirus. And I feel like my experience was a lot different. Well, at least I think it was different because I knew I had it and then I was determined to beat it. Like, I felt like it was a mindset. Like, I didn't sit around. Like, people were like, oh, rest, lay in the bed. No, I worked out every day. I worked out every day, drank hot tea. I took a daily vitamin. I quarantined. I was using cold suppressants, taking Tylenol, all types of stuff. And then on top of that, like, I almost lost my company. Like, I almost lost it all, honestly, until I had a crying moment with my mom, and she like, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. So I'm like, okay. And then I made masks. I had my first big mask order was $2,000. My first big mask order was $2,000, and then I just kept building from there, building from there, building from there. So coming back in to filming, I really wanted. I didn't, but I did because it was my reality. Like, and I knew what I signed up for. So I didn't want to share it because it was starting to be like taboo. Like, oh my God, you had coronavirus. Like, it was like taboo, and I was just like, okay, this is something I should share because how many other people got coronavirus?
Right. I was going to say it's definitely a good story to share with people because, I'm sure a lot of people have had it and got over it. So, and it's real. It's like, it's really your reality. It's something that you really went through. So I definitely appreciate you sharing that, going into, knowing that Miles is having like a vegan dinner, tasting, get together. What were your thoughts about seeing everyone again? Like, I know that in the episode, you're like, I'm not here to argue again and go through that. I'm just here to kind of get together, catch up on what's been going on, and move forward. Did you feel like everyone was on that type of timing or not?
Yes, I did. At that moment.
Mm-hmm.
That moment. I did. Because I didn't, like I said in the episode, I wasn't coming to have a ponderosa. I wasn't coming to talk about anybody's issues with anything. After what I went through, I don't want to talk about what happened in February and March. Like, that's just how I felt. And I still don't even want to talk about it. But I mean, everything is rolling out now. So it's just like, okay, let's touch back on it. However, at that moment, yes, I felt like everybody was on a moving forward type of tip. And
which is great to see.
Yeah, it was amazing to see.
Yeah. In the moment.
That
right. In that moment. I mean, well, we did see that, Jovier had an issue with the sugar baby comment still, and he was like calling you all kind of names and that he was ready to address you. But it was kind of a different story when he saw you in person. It was more like oh, I saw the shade. It was cute. Hope you could take a punch because I can too kind of thing. And I was like, how did you feel?
Okay, so how I feel about Miss Jovier. It's not, I don't have an issue with him. I don't. have an issue with you because I know you're gonna watch this anyway, Jove. How you doing? I don't have an issue with you. I just feels as though you are upset at the fact that I made a reference to you that stuck like grits. Like I'm sorry. I didn't mean that to happen for me to call you sugar baby and then it stuck like that. I didn't mean that. So for you to sit here and try to give me, I've heard it in the box. Lamaj, Lamaj, Lamaj. That's the name. So I've heard it already, Miss Thing. But it's not that I didn't say anything that wasn't factual because you said it on the show. You said it on the first episode when you were sitting there talking about that you used to be a sugar baby. So it was just like I didn't think it was going to be such an issue. Like, and that's facts. Let's talk facts. I'm talking facts. That's what was said. So I see that you are in the comments when the show comes on and things like that, and you had a conversation with after you had a well, that was the second issue because the first issue you had with me is the fact that I said you had to go ask daddy. As far as like a trip that we never happened, that was a suggestion. That trip that everybody's referring to, no, I suggested it, and then we were talking about it, and then I said, "Oh, you had to go ask daddy" in a joking manner. He didn't like that. He pulled me up about it. That was on camera. That issue was dead. And that whole sugar baby comment. Okay, yes, I was talking to my good Judy and Sean, and then, yes, that's how I said it. And I didn't know it was gonna stick like grits the whole season. I didn't know it was gonna stick like that. But I do apologize to you that because I know you said you don't want to be portrayed on the show as that. I do apologize that it came from my lips. But other than that, it was already painted on the show from when you did it on the first. So, I mean, you want to take this as shade? It's facts, child.
Child. Seeing the Sean and Prince conversation in the room, super emotional, super kind of intense. What were your thoughts watching that?
It needed to happen because through quarantine, we went up to Orlando, and y'all gonna stop coming at my friend Prince. Y'all gonna stop coming at my friend Prince because Prince bought a whole Airbnb by himself for 5 days and invited all of us, paid for everything. Y'all going to stop coming at my friend talking about he works at Cricket. Honey, he owns Cricket is subcontracted on his stand, okay?
Okay.
Does not work at Cricket. Let's track facts. That's the facts, okay? He owns a stand, and his commercial was in episode 6. Get into it. His commercial was in episode 6. Get into it. He owns that stand, and he has subcontracted. He reached out to Cricket to be an authorized seller. Y'all going to stop coming at my friend at all. Stop playing with him, okay?
People need to stop talking about what they don't know. That's one thing. It's like everyone always has a comment about something and they don't know nothing. And it's crazy because it be the people who ain't got nothing going on for themselves that got the most to say.
Hello!
Like, if we're just being honest, like, it's so crazy how, like, people who are not doing anything have so much to say about someone who's just trying or even doing their own thing. Like,
that's not even displaying. They come up on the show that's got so much to say.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, let's talk facts. Enough is enough. City girls, what the fuck?
Why was I thinking that in my head just now, too?
I've spoken to Sean because me and Sean talk every day. I've spoken to him and he was just like, friend, I don't know. I was just like, well, just go into it with an open heart and an open mind and just see what he has to say. And Prince is very emotional. We know he's very emotional. And they got through it.
It was tough. It was tough to see, but it definitely was needed, like you said. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely.
Without giving too much away, how can you describe the rest of this goddamn season, child?
Wow.
Because it gets pretty interesting, and it's definitely a roller coaster, to say the least.
Y'all are in for a treat, one, because we do things that I honestly, this cast does things that I haven't seen on the Come Up franchise. Like I haven't seen on the Come Up brand. So pool parties, spiritual reading.
You're true, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. So we do a lot of things and it's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of scandals. Yeah. Well, not a lot of scandals. It's one big
One
scandal.
big scandal, yeah, that's gonna flip the rest of this
Like,
stuff
oh
over.
my God. I have nothing to do with, mind you. I need y'all to understand because I'm not no bone collector. I don't do that. And I don't do that. So
Yeah.
it's a scandal. As far as that, you're gonna meet a new cast member, Xavier. I also want to set this record straight too.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I mean, ain't nothing negative. I don't got no beef with Xavier. I don't. Like, I mean, he was supposed to be my client. He was supposed to be my client. And everybody talk, well, not everybody, but Bam, whatever. Some random person DM me talk about, oh, Bam is outing you on his Instagram. And I'm like, what he outing me about? What he outing me about? So then I kind of look and talk about, oh, you were trying to get at Xavier before he knew he was blah blah blah. You were liking all his pictures, and it was like screenshots. So, okay, the only way you got screenshots is if Xavier screenshotted them, and as if Xavier sent them to you. So it's just kind of like, oh, all right, I ain't got no beef with you, Xavier. I don't got no beef.
Sitting around all day talking about the show, and we haven't seen you do nothing since. Like, seriously, stop talking and start doing something with your life. Worry about the car that you rented for the show. Try to get an actual car this time and not like renting one for the show. I don't know. Get you some business.
Let me say this. Y'all gonna stop coming at my friend, because we worked hard to get this off the ground. You're going to stop it because you're going to talk about production stage, this X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. No, production didn't make you do anything that you didn't want to do. If you didn't want to do it, don't do it. Simple as that. Why did you? I said to myself, I don't want to be caught fighting on nobody's camera, so that way I don't be portrayed on his platform that I'm some type of wretched ass gay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. So if that was you, that's what you choose to do. That was your prerogative. Period. And for everybody to sit here and talk about, oh, I didn't know Jamal had all this much information, well, this much mouth on social media. No, it's the same. You just got to get me here. Like you do. You just got to get me here.
Like people like us who actually run our own businesses and own our own businesses and, make money from those businesses.
Yes, we do.
It's like we be chilling doing our own thing. Yeah, we can kiki, but it's like you really have to push us there in order for us to shade you. And then once we shade you, it's like, I can't believe you talk to me like that. Like, bitch.
Stick like grits, okay? Once we shade you, it's going to stick like grits, okay?
It hits because they think like, oh, this is a owner, a professional person. They're not going to do that. No, I can get on the same level with you too and be petty. Don't get it.
Yeah, no, we can get there. We can get there.
It's just that we have a lot to do with our business, but once I'm done, I'll get that ass, and then I'll go back to what I got to do.
Here we go. And then I'm going to get back to this money and this coin that I'm trying to generate, that I'm trying to bring. So we can get there if y'all want to. But what I'm tired of is y'all keep coming at KARON talking about he done did this and X, Y, and Z. He done made up all these lies and rumors and all that X, Y, and Z. We don't know where that text message or that DM came from. We don't know.
I was filming when the DM came. I was filming you guys while the DM came. And then while I was holding the camera, you pulled me aside and you said, no, bitch, bro, did you send that? And I said, no, yes. I really didn't. And you said, okay, I just wanted to make sure. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, no. If I would have sent it, I would have been like, okay, yeah, I did send it because I was trying to get it.
But you could try to get on it, but like, okay.
I had no problem doing that. The same way I can admit to, Brandon said he wanted to talk to Prince, so I told Brandon, come to this event when we're filming and you can talk to Prince. I didn't think it was going to get that far as like, Brandon acting. But that's something that I put together, and I'm a producer. That's my job. I'm not going to feel sorry about doing my goddamn job.
And I'm going to say this again. This is my friend's come up. Like, we all, this is his come up. So you have to understand, when you sign up for his platform, he's going to do what he has to do to secure his bag. Period.
And the part is, it's not like this is the first come up ever. It's like everyone's seen the show before, so they know that it's like it's positive, it's emotional, and there's drama. Like, come on, we're not gonna act like this is the first time.
And everybody on this cast, even including me. Well, including me, applied because I had my own application process by shipping the show, like trying to get it. But however, everybody else sent in videos or whatever and tried to make it work, try to get on the cast because you saw the value in his platform. So show him some respect. Right. Seriously.
I'm definitely excited for the rest of the season to play out. I think that definitely they will see a new side to everyone while also seeing like some people haven't changed, even if you feel, you know, even if they think some people think some people think. What can people expect from you in the future, and what do you have going on now that you can talk about?
Okay, so I want everybody right now to go over to lamajcompany.com. Holiday sale, 20% off.
Oh,
Use code 20 holiday 20, and you can receive anything you would like off of the Lamaj Company website, 20% off all holiday. So www.lamajcompany.com, shop 20% off any single item. Okay, expect to see all this new information that's going to get dropped on December 19th
ooh,
when we film this reunion.
it's gonna be something.
It's
It's
gonna be something. We're gonna get into some things,
gonna be into
and
some things, man.
I want everybody to keep that same energy because I'm gonna keep my same energy. I really am. I am, and let's talk facts. That's it. Like I don't want to talk about allegedly, alleged. Let's talk facts.
Period. Thank you, Jamal, so much for coming on to the after show. I had such a great time kikiing with you. I'm sure we're gonna be on another one before the season ends, child.
Listen, it's so much happened mid-season.
Yeah,
It's it's just mid-season. It didn't even play out yet.
right. Which
And
is
I'm gonna save all of that for the reunion because y'all got so much to say.
yeah.
Let's keep the same energy. Period.
Period. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can follow Jamal down below, and you can also follow me on Instagram down below. Make sure you check out his website and buy his merch, and also get some masks, some water bottles, and everything, all those good stuff you might need. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.